Okay, hi, welcome. Today's Friday morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're watching from. And today I'm gonna work on this here fishy. So I'm just getting my computer ready so that I can see you. Hey, Eddie, hello. So fancy to see you here. All right. So I've got my palette here. So let me just show you the colors. I've got get my pointer, some black, and then some phthalo blue, got some ultramarine blue, got some phthalo green, a yellow ochre, some white, and some crimson. I get crimson red. I'm gonna zoom in on that fish over there because that's what we're gonna be working on today and locking the focus. Alrighty, so not mistake my paint water for the drinking water. That'd be just fine. Let me get some music and good morning. Hey Clara, so good to see you here. All right, so I think first I'm gonna mix some of these colors. Also, I'm gonna go and look at the picture too. Gotta do two windows so that I can see the chat and a reference photo. All right, I zoom in on that fish. Okay, so got a little filbert brush here. It's a number 4. So now get some of the phthalo blue. So I see up here. First, I'm just gonna look at the picture. So there's a highlight over here. We're gonna make its mustache. This is just water. There's nothing. Then I'm gonna just practicing the strokes, as it were. And we got some pink, orangey pink over there. And then the mouth is a little more long like this. It's not as... Let's just start with that. It's a good starting point. So I'm just getting some white on my hand, apparently. Getting some black. I'll tone it down with a little bit of this phthalo blue. So the black is actually the Liquitex. Which one is it? The Professional. So I'm detransitioning. I used to use Arteza. I experimented with Arteza for a couple of months there, and I'm going back to Liquitex. I'm just not digging the shininess of the Arteza. It's too shiny for me. Okay, so then I'm getting some more blue, and up here there's also a little bit of white, but for this painting I'm sticking with the same color, so only the black is the Liquitex. The rest is Arteza. And I'm doing that, the Fresnel effect that you suggested, Eddie. I think that's a little too colorful. More black. Tone it down a bit. Let's see what that looks like. Very colorful. A little bit of black. A little more. Does either of you have experience with brush pens, and if so, any recommendation for a beginner? In fact, I have received some brush pens from the subscription boxes that I get, and These are the ones that I received. I actually like them. You know, if you suck up the water, it becomes pink. But you can actually, what are these? Derwent, I think. This particular one is Derwent. I got this from Scrawler Box. I really like it actually because it has the push button. It has this rubbery push button and push down, some water comes down. And the other ones actually don't. These ones just have a shape here for you to push. But they're good. I like them with watercolor a lot. I use them for my watercolors. I do notice the tips kind of fray a little bit, but I guess that's to be expected. I'm wondering if they do replacements for the tips. This was a set that I got, I think, from Palettefull. It's a thin and a thicker round here. And then this is a flat. This really kind of frayed. I think I used it a lot because the surface was big, so, you know. Yay, Lewis! Thank you. So, anyway, those are the brush pens that I tried. They are good. Let me find the brush that I was using. Oh, I lost my brush. Here it is. Alright. So, let me get back into that over there. I need more white and more dark. Pentel. Yeah. Pentel is good too, I think. I'm not very experienced with these. I'm just kind of a newbie at watercolors, but I'm enjoying them a lot. So I'm getting some black, I'm getting some of this phthalo blue, and I'm making a darker mixture for the top. Imagine this fish is really shiny. Oh, you can also see the reference photo. It's in the description. There's a link to my Patreon page. Then coming down, I'm seeing some pink over here. I'm gonna add some pink in just a sec. Some red. This is a muddy color, but this fish is toned down, getting a little bit more red. Maybe we're adding a teeny tiny bit of ochre to warm it up a little bit over there. Alright, let's see what that color is. It's alright. There's more white, making that highlight. And then let me go back down and make that shape over there underneath the highlight. Under the highlight, adding more yellow right under here. I think it should be a little more dark. I have an Android, yes. I'm not streaming through an Android. Are you using your phone for your second camera, Lewis? I've been meaning to ask you because I don't know how to do that second camera thing. I mean, I haven't really looked into it, like, I suppose that's... but yeah, I think it'd be a good idea. Ah, Louis will not rest until Laura's face is showing. You mean you can't see my hair? All right, I'm gonna darken that a little bit. I'm just gonna take some of that. Let's see. Okay. So you also use OBS, right? I really love these whiskers. All right, let's get some white, lighten that up a little bit. Just putting the... All right, that's a good starting point. Okay, and then we have a darker part over here. All right, let's get some darker of that. Just mixing into some black and phthalo blue. I'm gonna water that up a little bit. Help it smooth flow. Okay, then we have here more black. More black into that. And then the reflection on this fish is interesting. It's all browns down here and pinks, and then above it's mostly blue. I need more earthy tones there, so I'm getting some more ochre and red into that mixture. Adding some black. Okay, and some blue. Gotta blend it in, make it part of the water. Okay, let's see how that does. It's a bit greenish, so I'm adding some more red and white. And yet more white. At the end of this palette is gonna be quite colorful. Okay, Clara. I'll see you soon. I look forward to having you here after your appointment. Perhaps we'll still be here. It is whimsical. I like the whimsical side of it. Tired of being too serious. Okay, now on this wobble-like part, let's see what color is that. Can I use this? It's a bit darker. Let's add some of this blue and black to that pinkish color. Darken it up a little bit. And coming down. I'm realizing that initially I think I made the head a little too small. So I'm gonna fix that. Make it a little bigger. Alright. Got some warm color over here. Gotta make those foldy folds. And we're gonna add some you know, analysis paralysis will get you. Just gotta not be afraid of being dumb, you know. That's my superpower. I'm not afraid of sounding dumb. I think it's a superpower, actually. Got some white on there. That's okay. And adding some white to that. Let's lighten this fin up a little bit. Okay, I think this is a little lighter. Adding some highlights to those folds. If you overthink something, you can work past it and grow your brain. But if you quit because of it, then it's bad. Yep, if you quit, you'll never win. Yes. You know, as a person of many talents, it's really difficult to decide on what the heck I want to do. Even at this point, I'm rethinking this whole artist situation. I'm like, maybe I wasn't made for this. Maybe I was made to do something else with my life. I don't know. I mean, I could have been so many things. I love the circus. I love the human brain. You know, I don't know how I ended up here. I love to write, you know, when I was younger. Like I told you guys the other time that I found this journal of my old art, and well, that was among in a journal that I used to write, you know, things. I still keep a journal. I usually use it in the mornings for brain dumps, you know, just get everything out there. Right now I'm just making a mess here. I'm making a really kind of a color that contains everything. This color has red and ochre and blue, are you seeing this, and white and black, so this has everything in it. It's a good color. It ties everything together, I think. So anyway, I found this journal and oh my god, I used to write down. I had such patience back then, you know. I used to write down jokes and stories that I would find in magazines, because I used to read magazines as well. And poetry, dudes, I used to write poetry. How did I forget? It was really good too. I used to write these when I used to go to school. You know, they actually did school. They had in literature, you know, like a book analysis. You would have to write a whole essay about books and stories. And that was pretty good. I was good with words, and then I don't know what happened. There's that Fresnel effect. There it is, and then peaceful vibe. Well, you ain't seen nothing yet, Lewis. I seem peaceful. Alright, this color is gonna be a dark color. It's gonna go up above on the fish, I think. Oh, no. Sorry about that. The waters run deep, my friend. I've got promises to keep. And miles to go before I sleep. Needs to be darker, and maybe a little bit, well, darker as in less color. So I'm getting this too much blue there. Alright, there is a line here of reflection. It's gonna be something like this dusty rose color, maybe. Let's see. Getting some of that dark blended in a little bit here and there. Some more dusty rose, some of this pink. Go a little bit, goes above here. Let's darken it up a little bit. More black and maybe a little teeny tiny bit more red. There. Maybe we have patches of red here and there. I'll show you, if you look, I won't make you look. I do have a video in which I yield a machete and then I kiss my biceps, something like that. I think it's called Cosmic Love, signs that the universe loves you, or something like that. Hmm. Alright, maybe I don't want to get too detailed quite yet. Let's make that shadow down there a little more black than blue. This blue is very vibrant. I think that is the reason why I stuck with Arteza for so long. I mean, they're not bad paints. I think compared with a Liquitex Professional, they're definitely less professional than Liquitex. But compared to Liquitex Basics, which I'm beyond that at this point, but before I was still playing with basics. Let me get another brush to smooth that out. But I think they're better than the basics, but definitely not as good as the paper towel. Got my Vivas over here. So yeah. But they are vibrant colors, and they're quite pigmented. But I'm switching back to Liquitex Professional, like I said in the beginning, because I don't like the shininess of them. They're too shiny. See, I do things with my fingers. I smudge with my fingers. I'm not ashamed. And I do it with the paintbrush too. There we go. All right. Alright, oops, I got some too much white. That shine line is a little bit ziggy-zaggy over there. All right. So that's that. And there's another one right over here. And there's more of that whitish. Yeah, I definitely made his head a little smaller than my reference photo, but that's okay. Okay, let's get some more of that. Get back into the darks. And finish the head over here. Yeah, let's go like this. I zoomed out a little bit so that I can see a little better where the highlights are. When I'm zoomed in too much, Oh. You left. You left? Okay, and then there's the highlight over there. Let's finish up the head portion. I need more dark. Part is really darker. All right, that's a little better. So I'm just getting the black and the, if you're seeing here, black and phthalo blue, and darker that part there, more black. All right, no worries, Lois. I appreciate you stopping by. See, the fish already started crying when he heard that you're gonna be gone. He's like, no. Okay, and then we have some darks over here. I'm seeing. And then over here. We're always gonna be busy, my friend. Always. Well, maybe when we retire. When I retire, I'll want to be busy for fun. Not that this is not fun, but you know, that flavor of work lingers sometimes when you have to do it. It's fun. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. No. Just want to be on my own terms. The YouTube lords say, no, you gotta be consistent. And I say, overrated. People depending on me, that's a bummer. It's good to be dependable, isn't it? Good. Right. It's starting to shape up slowly. Let's blend it a little bit here. It looks a little bit like it's got lipstick or makeup. Okay. Getting some more water. I'm getting the darkish paint. So I've got black and phthalo blue and quite a bit of white. It's not as dark as this portion here. I'm gonna start right here. A little less dark. It's got a little more color in here. And just coming this way. Then we're gonna be adding all those interesting textures, and then going to the back, to the tail, it starts to have this highlight. Oh, my paintbrush is rather dry right now. Let me get some water. Oops, that's the fin. It's okay. Right. And then we go back into the darker gray towards the tail. Hope you're seeing this. Just blending it in a little bit. I was thinking would be cool for the tail, instead of going up. Let me see. Let me make sure that you're seeing the whole fish. Oops. All right. So instead of the tail going to the end, I was thinking it'd be cool if it turned around like this. Say it's coming from over here. I didn't make the sketch before and now I can't visualize it. Let's try to visualize it. Where are you, Queldar? Put a cigar in its mouth. Oh my goodness. That's alright. I don't think anything intelligent was said. No worries. By anyone. Maybe I'll make a different fish with a cigar. How's that? Try to think how this fish would look if the tail was turned away. The tail is gonna be kind of lost in the seaweed anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. But let's get some more black there to blend it in. Just want maybe the silhouette of it, not too detailed. I don't like it. I should have drawn it before. I'm gonna erase that. Yeah. Good old acrylic paints on a dry canvas. Maybe if I see it later, then I'm gonna finish it. I'm just gonna leave that tail kind of undetailed for now. It's not that important. Tail, yeah. Scroll through my text and you will increase your IQ. It's going to be barely peeking out. I will scroll you through your texts. All right. And then, so down here, it's getting so hazy, and I'm gonna add some of that warm color over here. That's what I'm seeing. Oh, that's too yellow. Let's add a little bit of red, a little bit of white, a little bit of black, a little bit of phthalo blue. Let's make a color. There's still some ochre in there, Let's see what this makes. That's a little better. Still too red. But I think we can work with it. We can work with it. Some water, some of the dark blue. Well, kind of the hazy blue. Yeah. Pink, pink. Blue, more blue. Those textures are gonna be fun to make in a little bit. Just trying to make that dark mixture again. Okay, just wanted to make that a little more blue and less pink. And maybe we'll add some of the hazy, a little bit of the hazy color over here. Going with the grain of the fish. We're probably gonna be putting in some bubbles over there and maybe even some seaweed to overlap it so that gives it that depth. A little darker. And I'm gonna go back and refine these. Some of these bubbles are kind of, I don't know, not juicy enough for me, I suppose. So I don't think I'm gonna do another session of this fish. I think I'm just gonna leave the as is, and next time I do a live stream there's gonna be something different. I know Eddie will know and love what it is. Expecting it vigorously. Just blocking in the tail with a dark color, but not too dark. Kind of a medium. Work past it, get the mileage in. Might be the wrong person to take advice from though. I literally work on that still life a week after the live stream. Yeah, I can't finish, I can't begin. Daniel Gerhardt's. No, I do not. Can't begin your masterpiece. Daniel Gerhardt's, I don't know, never heard of him. Fully overthink my videos, but at this point it's because I'm learning so many new things and paving the way. That is very good, Lewis. That is very good. Learning new things. You're like a bomb or like a thing that gets energy underground, and like a ticking, very quiet, incubating bomb that when it blows, it's gonna blow everybody's minds, right? Am I right? Or am I overthinking it? I don't think so. Geniuses like us tend to overthink things. And that's what a genius is. We're the gift and a curse, really. To overthink things. And when we let our guard down, bad things happen. A mushroom. I know, good, good. Okay, so I'm gonna start zooming in on this skin. I'm gonna start doing those cool patterns over there on the fish's skin. Get you up a little bit. Oh, okay. Yeah, so those oh, Eddie, did you send the pictures to Lewis? The pictures that you sent me? Okay, so those yes, very ruggedly handsome mushroom. I mean, who doesn't like mushrooms, Lewis? Do you not like mushrooms? I don't know if we can be friends anymore. I mean, there's a reason why we're all together, don't you think? There's gotta be mushrooms, there's gotta be mushroom lovers, you know. It takes all sorts to make the world. Okay, so I'm making a pinkish, let's see what that color is like here. Oh, I think I wanted to have that. I'm redoing a little bit. I want it to come like this. Oh, that's too much blue. Okay, some black. I added some black. All right. The beauty of acrylics is that you can always paint over. It was a little darker over there, right at the top. And it comes across. All right, that's better. Just me. Oh, I feel very honored. All right, so this was actually a good thing that it kind of blends in. It blends in with the blue there, but the rest of the paint is dry, so I have to put in some more of that blue because I want it a little bit more muted down. This pink. Okay. So we're just gonna make these blobby shapes that go with the skin of the fish. I love doing these kinds of little patterns and textures. It really adds so much to the character of a painting or a character, you know, like. And they extend on the rest, but since the light is shining over there, you can't really see them very well. They even go this. Let's just make the shapes of them, and then we're gonna add the highlights. I think over here where it's lighter, they're gonna get lighter, but it's okay. We can still add them. And then on the bottom, it's pink, so those blobby things become blue. Okay, so let me go into that dirty blue and let's see how it is. I think too dark, so we're gonna add a little bit of white. That's a lot of white. All right, let's go right in here. And let's see, that's better. Now we're just wrapping around with a fish like this. I love how doing this really defines the shape and the curve of the fish. Really subtle over here. Okay, and then let's go up here. And over here where it's lighter, whoops. I just got paint on my green screen, which I'm not using today. So let's add some white to that texture over there, to that blue. And I want it to be lighter. Perfect. Let it be lighter. I don't want them all to be looking the same, symmetrical. I want some of them to be smaller and bigger. Let's paint over that there. All right, that is pretty good. And then we're just gonna go and add some more of that. I don't want it to end too abruptly there. Just add a little bit of the highlight. How did this fish go? It went like this, right? Yeah, like this. So let's go and erase that. Whatever that was. My imagination. There we go. See how nice you can make a highlight without even meaning to make it fading away like that. Nice. All right, let me see how it's looking on the camera. Because I have my... Okay, not too bad. Ooh, I really love how this came out. I'm just looking at the screen. Yeah, all right, it's coming together. Let me go back to my reference photo. Freaking love this fish. It's so cool. Okay, so if you look at the reference photo, let me bring it up a little bit. If you look at the reference photo, you can see how the skin is actually textured. So it's got some, it's got textures. Let me see if I can recreate some of those. There's some shadows coming as the skin is indented like that. And then there's some highlights on the top. Okie dokie, Lewis. I'll see you around. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you. All right. Bye, Lewis. I appreciate you. Okay. Have a good weekend, too. I'm gonna change to a smaller paintbrush. Smaller paintbrush. This is a number 1. It's a liner. So let me go into this dark black. At this point, everything is not so light and not so dark, just kind of in between. Teeny tiny bit of phthalo blue goes just a long way. Did you see how little bit I took? And it just colored this up so much. All right, black, come on. Do your thing. And a little bit of white over here because I don't want it too dark. And let's see what we got. A little bit more black. All right. Oh, I can already tell it's too dark. It's too dark. Let's get the white. And let's see, where is that shadow? Huh. It's not as dark as I thought. I need a lighter brush, even a smaller brush. All right. These are my favorite brushes, the liner brushes. Really, really nice. But I think I need more black, so let me get more black. They hold an amazing amount of paint and they make lines really nicely. They don't fray like others. Thin lines. You know, at this point you'd think that I'd be using markers and stuff like that. Maybe I should. I need water, that's what it is. It's just not flowing. Let me have my other paintbrush at the ready with the lights. Right. And the trick with making this flow is to have enough water. And then you can continue the pattern as you go down. Tying it a little bit together. And this is me not even looking at the reference photo anymore and just just doing it how I want to do it. How you should be always doing it. How you want to do it. All right. I like that little touch of shadows and highlights. Let's see. I can see even in the distance some of them. I'm just gonna make them like this because they're smaller. Can make the shapes. I want them to be quite subtle and not very standing out. So I added a little bit of black for them to be a little darker. Oh, I hope you can see. So are you working on something, Eddie? Are you just relaxing from a long day's work? Oh, let me get something, a paintbrush to soften that edge. There. That's better. Oh, sorry to hear that. I hope you're feeling better soon. I hear you. I feel kind of crappy after the second. There's the second one. An illustration. What illustration? I'm curious. Okay, I'm going into the darker. Wanna make a little bit of an edge on these over here. Add some darkness in between. So just getting some black and blue. Black and blue. Careful to not get too much blue because blue is very strong. Okay, it's quite dark. Getting some water. So what illustration are you working on? Let me see, did you say? No. You gotta do it. You gotta just bite the bullet. Bite the bullet and do it. Alright, so I did those. They're a little bit not subtle at all. So I'm just going with one of these brushes and just softening up. I like how soft that makes it. It's kind of like a shadow. It makes it a little three-dimensional. Okay, I'm gonna get the right brush. Better act fast with these acrylics, otherwise they dry. And then I noticed with Arteza especially, you not only get shine, but they also have quite the they dry with a relief, you know? They don't dry flat. If you leave too much paint on the canvas, it's gonna show. And I am not really liking that unless I want to. If I want that effect, I'll just use some medium, you know? It's a fantasy illustration of a little girl in our library with haunted books. Wow. Oh, come on. No, just, you know what? Get reference photos. Get reference photos of, because, I mean, that's how I start. I'm not telling you what to do. Here's how I approach the projects that I'm afraid to start, you know. And just get a lot of reference and find a library that you find absolutely amazing. Find a library that you really like, and then or different libraries. You don't even have to just pick one. If you look through libraries and you like one part and you like another part from another, you know, you can get them together, then look for books and see what kind of books you like, and books with character that speak to you, you can add those in. Oh, what did I do? There you go, a whole reference board. Well, what's stopping you? You know, just sit down. And did you make thumbnail sketches yet? What am I doing? Using my fingers. So make some thumbnail sketches. And then what medium do you use? Fear? What's so funny about fear? Fear isn't funny. Just kidding, fear is funny. There's no such thing as fear. We move past our fears in order to dominate the lower masses. Did you learn nothing from Lewis, Eddie? You have to pretend as though you are powerful, because without pretending that you are powerful, you will never find out how powerful you are. There's your wisdom for the day. I think I've done my job. Should have a mic so I can drop it. Okay, so now these look like they're standing out rather than like they are indented, like in the painting that I'm working from. I think it's because digital. There you go. So what's the problem, dude? Digital, you can show it to me. Show it to me, Eddie. Show it to us. Did you show it to Lewis? I assume it's something more more of a fantasy imaginative thing, or is it like a realistic? Is it a realistic looking but if it's haunted, then it must have some fantasy feel to it. Alright, let's smooth these. Nobody has seen it. No mortal eyes have laid eyes on it and lived. Well, maybe you should share it with somebody so you can get some feedback. Not me, of course, somebody who has some idea of what... I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. See, that's how it sounds when you're afraid. Don't sound like that, Eddie. You have the power to finish it. So it's almost finished. Is it almost finished, or do you have a lot of versions of it and you don't like the versions completely? But sometimes, you know, it just takes time to figure out the whole story. Maybe you just haven't figured out the whole story yet. Okay, let's see. Bob here. Stylized like a children's book illustration. Cool. So are you doing this for somebody? Has somebody commissioned you, or do you want to make a children's book? Yeah, cool. I really look forward to seeing it, Eddie. So what inspired you to do that for yourself? Cool. What inspired you to do it? I don't know, when you said a girl in the library, I thought of, you know, the first image that came into my mind was the house of with the clocks. I don't remember what that was. You have to finish it, of course. The house of something with Jack Black. The house with the haunted clocks, or the house with the clocks in the wall. I don't know. It was a really good book, actually movie, but I don't know why that popped into my head, because it was a boy, right? A boy, not a girl, and there were clocks, not books, so don't know. But it's a good movie if you like Jack Black. Yeah, I'm just doing some of these to tie them together. I'm liking all the variations of colors and little details. Really add a lot of texture and pizzazz to the whole thing. I still feel like I need to do something more in there, more texture. Goosebumps. No, not the Goosebumps. The house with the clocks in the wall. The one with Jack Black. It's newer. It's just like 5 years, 7 years young. Oh my God, Eddie, all the time. I do. All the time. When I create original work, when I create non-original work. Yep. Just gotta get past the doubts. You gotta dominate yourself if you want to be a better self. You know? That's the thing. You must dominate the swordfish before you can saute it. I think everybody does, but the people who get past it have felt it so much, and they've quite frankly had enough of it, and every time that comes up, they do it anyway, you know. And then even I know I think even experienced public speakers still and celebrities still have that stage fright and you know, fear of putting yourself out there, because that's what creating original work is, you know. It's always the fear of not being perceived as the best, or when you're a perfectionist, that can be quite frightful. But the people who've gone past it have just have done it anyway so many times that when that comes up, it's like, here we go again, get out of here, get out of my way. You know, you gotta be ruthless and brutal with yourself sometimes. That makes you a better person. Am I funny? I don't think I'm funny. Funny looking. All right. I am enjoying all the details on it. Well, you know, you get old enough that you don't give a crap what everybody thinks. It takes a lot of years to be like that for some people. I don't know how some young people are so empowered. I think because their parents were more empowering. I think, you know, sometimes it takes years for you to know yourself and know how your brain functions and how to use your mind for make it into a tool rather than a master, you know. You gotta be ruthless and be like ruthless. All right, let's go and add some details to the fin. I cannot zoom in anymore. You know how they say, do the hardest thing in the morning? And then everything else seems easier after that. You know what? Drink some water. Excuse me. Okay. So I'm getting some dark. It's funny, the other day, I think I grew up feeling like my mom was a badass too. She's just this tough person, you know, very tough. And you know, growing up in the countryside and all that stuff, and not really a feeling kind of person. I mean, she was very feeling, just not very showing emotions pretty much. And I think I grew up like that. She is, you know, very high strung, very productive, and pragmatic sort of person, always you know, thinking about productivity and survival and getting a good job and being stable. I think stability was, you know, a big player. So I know my mom loved me a lot. She just didn't say it a lot. But so I grew up kind of detached. A little bit detached. And as I always like to think, stoic. very stoic and hard and strong and determined. I think in a lot of ways it was a good thing, but then in a lot of other ways I think stoics are also people who like to dismiss hardships and stuff like that. Maybe I don't have the definition quite right. Maybe it's an exaggeration of sorts. But you know, stoics are really tough people. People who are very hard, you know, cold, calculated. And I don't want to say nihilists, because they're not nihilists, but in a way perfectionists. And not very forgiving. I don't know where I'm going. Should just but then recently I realized, you know, maybe I'm not stoic. I'm a punk. Because they're both strong and resilient. And I thought maybe I'm not a stoic all this time. I thought, oh, such a philosopher and stuff. That's because you don't know me. No, just kidding. I don't know. Sometimes we have a weird perception of ourselves. Not cold, just I don't know. Not as expressive, like more. I'll come up with the definition maybe. I don't think I need to, but maybe, who knows. Okay, doing the dark part. Maybe I could have switched to another paintbrush right now. I'm still doing it with a liner. Well, now I'm gonna go in a lighter color. Let's add some highlights to that. So I have that bluish gray. I'm gonna add some white to that. All right, that's a nice. Okay. It's gonna be quite light. Zoom out a little bit to get a better wide view. And just dropping it over there, adding a little bit over here. Right. Let's get some more white in there. I'm gonna add a little brighter highlights in those highlights. Right in there. Not really mixing them a lot. All right, and as I see, I'm getting, let's add some brighter, see what that color is. There we go. Let's add some highlights to that. Make it look like it's really shiny, glossy surface. But also textured. I'm just grazing my paintbrush like that, leaving little textures like Bob Ross would on a mountain. A hair and some air. There we go. That is tiny. I feel like it's a little bit more. Okay, so that is the brightest part. Let's add some more highlight over there. I see that it's a little lighter. I'm getting some water, getting some of that. See, that paint is already dried. Getting some of that dusty rose color. Crimson red, some blue and black, some white, and a tad of yellow ochre. More red. Just a teeny tiny bit really does has so much pigment. I think that's why I like the Arteza for so long, but truth is, Liquitex is the leading one, is the best. Okay, that's what I love also about a limited palette. It's so easy to recreate the color. This is exactly the same color, but I needs to be more white in here because this is the highlight. Let me get another paintbrush at the ready to smooth things out. Just a wet paintbrush. It's just nice and wet. Actually, just a little damp. I'm softening that edge over there. Just adding a little highlight there. I'm leaving that one glossy. Okay. I'm gonna make these a little bit lighter in a bit. Let me see, it goes like that, comes around. It's got a little dimple in the corner there. the corner of the mouth right here. Cute. And then we have another highlight over here. Like that. All right. Just get some white and some of this blue. I'm gonna add some more highlights on the top of the fish, but they are not pinkish. They're more bluish. Oh, thank you, Eddie. So glad you think so. Appreciate the support and the suggestions. You suggested the seaweed and the Fresnel effect. And I just don't want to overdo it, because you know how that goes. Overdo it really easily. Okay, and I just want to add that little highlight over here that kind of is getting lost. So getting some of that bright white and blue. Let's see what that is here. Cold-hearted stoic. I think we've established that it's a cold-hearted punk. But sure, we can philosophize. I'm not against a good philosophy session. Oh, you said you wanted that Fresnel effect to be greenish, right? You're thinking it'd be cool if it was green? Sometimes I do the... let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Let's add some of this yellow ochre to that highlight, the blue. Add some more of that. Dark blue. Let's see how it looks. Might look cool. Sometimes I add the last highlights at the end. So let's see. Great, that's a bit yellow. Let's add some more blue. I know I have phthalo green here. Maybe we'll add a teeny tiny. It's so brilliant. It's like emerald. I don't want it to be too actually that's looking really nice. I don't want it to be too bright. Now let's see how that looks. I like it. I'm gonna have to add it in other places too, to make it blend in, like be part of the fish. It's gonna have a light iridescent hue, which is gonna be really cool. Maybe add it a little bit over there too. Let's add some black to that. darken it up a little bit. A little bit more, a little phthalo blue, teeny tiny bit. All right, let's see. That's nice. Really should be using another paintbrush. And let's get some of the green and the black. And that's what I'm gonna do on the top of the fish, green and black. And blue, green and black and blue. Let's see. Oh, that is dark, but it needs water. Let's add some more of that color right here, and we're gonna blend it down into everything. So I'm obviously not gonna finish this today, but I'm gonna finish it off the live. I'm still gonna record it, and then I'm gonna publish probably the making of the whole video in a time-lapse format, which is gonna be entertaining to see. I'm wondering if I should add a little bit of green also over here, since, yeah, I think I will. I'll add some of that above green right over here, because it's also facing up. Oh, there's a lot of water there. Okay, let's see. Let's soften it up a little bit. I don't want the edge to be too much. There. The other surfaces are facing that. I learned that the Fresnel effect is all about the light that shines. It's like a reflection that you see when you're looking at the surface from a nearly horizontal point of view. There, how's this, Eddie? Do you think it's good? Let me see on the screen. Okay, kinda looks okay. All right. Let's see what else. Should I do the fin in the back? Yeah, the fin in the back is just gonna get lost. All right. So, all right, let's do the girl. That's what I do. What I do is I always leave the last, the most difficult thing for last. Yeah, that's me, but there's no way to procrastinate for this, delay this moment. Okay, so The girl in the picture, I think I left way too much space around it. That's what I've been dragging. I left way too much space around her because she's not gonna be so big. So let me figure out what colors I'm gonna come on the other side. I believe might be a little better. Okay. The colors that I put there. I think this is like a phthalo blue. It's pretty much the same mixture here. Let's try it out. Oh, pretty similar. Okay. There we go. You do the most difficult thing and then you lose interest in the rest. Well, that's one way to do it. I always leave the most difficult thing for last. For the climax. Like, oh. It's funny when I painted the mural at a elementary school a couple of years ago. It was a memorial for this little kid who died, and everybody loved him. So he also loved the library. He loved reading, and so this was in the mural was in the library. And it was of a reading nook, so it had a little, a couch and a space in the wall with books to read, like an alcove. So I did that, and I left him. I blocked him out, but I didn't paint him until the very last couple of days, and everybody was holding their breath, like, oh, I wonder what it's gonna look like. Eventually, he looked good. Everybody was happy. Okay. This color really doesn't match with this color, so I'm wondering if I should bring this color a little more over here. There's more blue in there. I know, it was a very heartfelt thing, especially for a first grader. It was difficult. Thankfully, kids are lighthearted. I mean, they all understood the gravity of the situation and everything, and kids missed him, but kids are more resilient, they're more lighthearted. Let's come around and kind of blend this all out with a paintbrush. It's a little bit wet. There we go, blending it all in. See, that's another thing that I don't like about Arteza paints. They really hold the brush strokes because they're so shiny. But it was a... No, don't refer them to me. You have to do it. If you get a commission, Eddie, you must be brave. Now that I've completely covered my girl, let me get a small paintbrush. The smallest one, really teeny one. Okay, so we're gonna make a little bit of skin colored paint. Getting some yellow ochre. Need some of that. Oh, that's already dry. Teeny tiny bit of red. Teeny tiny bit of blue. And white. A little more blue. A little more yellow. A little more blue because it's underwater. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Pretty good skin color for underwater. It might need to be a little darker though. Let's add a little bit of black. I think that was black. Okay, it's good enough. She's teeny tiny. Though her face is really big. Add a little more of that blue around her. Her body was like that. My goodness, small faces are like the hardest thing to paint. Where was her leg? Something like this, right? See, I forget. Painted over her. Oh, thank you, Eddie. I'm really so glad that you like it. It's a gift to have you here. How's that? Better than this girl. Oh my goodness. Let's dress her up. She is indecent. Indecent. Alright, we're gonna get some... getting a little bit of red. And what color should she have? Maybe her dress is green. It's not red. It's not red. Let's get some green. Get some of this pretty... What's it called? Teal. Making some teal with phthalo blue and phthalo green. I do like teal. Let's add some white. That's really gonna make it pop. very bright. Tone it down with some black. A little down. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's a little better. A little better. Getting some more green, some more blue. I want the dress to be a little bit darker. This is just 100% pure phthalo blue here. And we're gonna make her dress an ombre color, just like in the reference photo. Do you like that? And her hair, making her hair a brown. Yeah, let's make it brown. Get some of that dusty rose. Getting some yellow ochre. Yellow ochre and phthalo blue, right? No, that makes green. Oh, green and red makes brown. Red and green. Right. Let's see a little. Am I into horror art? Not really. That's not to say that I wouldn't be interested to see what you got to show me. That is not to say that I'm not interested into getting into horror art. Hang on, like horror movies, not sure. It's gotta be classy, you know, like not just any kind of zombie or creepy art. Oh yeah, I do like creepy stuff. Who do you have in mind? Digital artist. She's amazing, but her stuff is pretty creepy. I do like creepy stuff. I was just, I don't know if you're on Facebook or not, but sometimes I do share things on Facebook too. And I love the Facebook memories sometimes. And the other day this thing popped into my feed of something that I shared a while ago, and it's this guy who takes dead insects and other dead things and crystallizes and grows crystals on them and on skulls and stuff like that. It's so pretty, really pretty. Also, there's this artist on Instagram. It's not an artist, it's an art gallery. I think it's called Beinart Gallery, B-E-I-N Art Gallery. It's not necessarily creepy, it's just unusual and weird. I don't even know if you can see anything with this. Maybe I'll have to take a pen to this. I honestly don't know if I should be adding some details. Yeah, send it to me, Eddie. I'll decide. Indubitably, I'll decide. Maybe just darkening her. Neck area and not her crotchal region. Oh my god, Louis really cracked me up with his crotchal region. That was really funny. You'd think that an artist would say pelvic area or something more dignifying than crotchal region. So, what is this girl? No, the hand is the other way. Hang on. This hand, the thumb this way, and palm this way. So, I'm wondering, what is she offering to this fish? I don't know. But, let's just add a little bit of shadow underneath her. Hey, Clara! Thank you. Hi, how was your appointment? We are just about done here for the day, but it's nice to see you before we leave. I'll zoom out so you can see the fish in a sec. But yeah, I'm gonna have to fidget with this girl. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna add more highlights to her, probably add more details. I'll have to think about it. Thank you, Clara. Really glad you're liking it. I'm really happy with the way it came out actually too. And let's just add some highlights to the dress. But yeah, let me zoom out and you can see how it's looking. He's looking much wiser. Cool. Alright. Here is the whole painting. The girl is quite teeny, quite small. I'm seeing her dress is really bright. I'm gonna darken her dress. I'm gonna be I'm not really happy with how messy the bubbles are. Some of them could use a little more softening, so I'm gonna soften some of the bigger bubbles. I'm probably gonna add a highlight and then a backlight. Probably the highlight is gonna be green, since the fish has green. That's gonna look really cool. So it's gonna look a little different. I'm gonna make a painting. I'm gonna make a painting of the whole a video time lapse of the whole painting, and of the finish. Great finish, and you guys can see. So. A fish like a kung fu master. I think we should all draw fishes. Actually, we should all draw a fish with a pipe. What it no, with a cigar in his mouth. We should all be drawing fishes. How about that? A challenge. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. I'll see you around on Instagram and on Lewis's streams and on my next videos. So let me see. Give him tattoos. Yes. Let's do something easier that doesn't take so many hours. Maybe like a watercolor. Hang on, just a sec. I don't know if I have the drawing. No, I have a drawing of a fish that is really cool. It's not my own, but I bumped into this. I printed it a while ago. Hang on, can you see how cool this guy is? Yeah, I really like him. He looks a little sad, but I'm really enjoying all the different the splashes and the ink. I love him. He has a little thing here that says "call me." Anyway, this is a really old picture that I kept because I love the fish. Hey, let's do the drawing fish challenge. I'll keep you guys posted on Instagram. Totally, I love fish. Space fish, any kind of fish, tattoo fish, rebel fish. We're all rebel fish. Okay, I love you guys. See you next time. Mwah. Bye.